Hello, ones, and welcome to your full moon in Leo insight reveal. We are dealing with a very energetic full moon, almost a little bit extra, as sometimes Leos can be. I say that being a Leo. Um, that there's been a very powerful shift that has been taking place. And I know a lot of people have felt it. Some people are feeling it more as feeling very run down or very susceptible to getting sick a lot, and other people are feeling it on a more emotional level. But either way, you're feeling it because there's a shakeup coming, and this is a full moon in Leo and the perfect time to release what no longer serves you so that you can start the next step of your journey. And I feel like this is a powerful one because I feel like what you're stripping away now is really making way for a transformation of sorts. So I'm very interested to see what your guides have to say and additional information. You're working with the energy oracle cards, the chakra cards, the runes, and of course the tarot. I'm also bringing in healing. I don't think you can see that because it's probably not sideways. Healing energy to all of the chakras. So, without further ado, we have the Page of Wands coming in. And usually that's a very exciting message coming, something that either you've been waiting to hear about that comes in that you're excited about, or something new. But it would be something that you're feeling very passionate about, and it would make you feel very happy to get that message. So that's what we're starting with the tarot. Oh, and also the Two of Swords. So this talks about, well, twos deal with making a decision. And when the swords are coming in, it is having a clarity of thought and a decision. But in this particular case with the Two of Swords, if you see the blindfold, she's been in a little bit of a stalemate. So if you've been in a situation where you've been waiting for some insight or which way to move or finding the right time to make that decision that you've kind of been not being forced into, but you knew it was coming, but you were kind of avoiding it for whatever reason, there might be a message that's coming in that might make it a little bit easier to move out of that stalemate. The runes coming in, talking about a journey. So usually when this card comes up in the runes, you're about to begin something, and it's going to take a while. I mean, you're at the beginning of it, so never underestimate the power of being in that position of being a novice, being a rookie in anything new in your life. Starting out that way, and this journey that it's going to take you on and leading you places where maybe you didn't expect that you would end up. Because for a while, it really looks like you've been just letting things lie. Just not that you're unaware that they've been happening, but again, you've been resistant to act for whatever reason. So that message coming in is going to break that up a little bit. Energetically, we have bittersweet. So we're looking at that blue, which is a third eye energy coming in, insight from your intuition. And it's going to be a bittersweet ending for you, moving forward for things that are more in line with where you're going, but not actually seeing the big picture yet. So there's going to be a period where you're feeling a little bit lost, like you're taking a leap of faith, but you're uneasy about it because it is bittersweet because you leave things behind. And again, if you're a sentimental person, that could be a little hard to do, but would explain why the stalemate. And then the Magician and the Mirror. So this is finally accepting and understanding how powerful you are and how much control you have over what comes into your life and who comes into your life and the vibration that you're at, and how at the end of the day, the law of attraction, in whatever form you study it, is relevant here. But you're going to be just beginning to see how powerful you are and start manifesting new things into your life. So whatever you're leaving behind, whatever you're considering leaving behind, if anything was resonating when I was describing that, it would be a good time to do that because you will be getting a message, whether that's going to be from your guides or angels or an actual message, an email, a text. And I feel like it's either an invitation for something exciting or new, or being accepted into a group that's going to be having this experience. I don't feel like you're going to be embarking on this alone. I feel that the things you're leaving behind and the things you're going out to learn, you are going to meet a lot of new people along the way in this journey. So let's Let's see what else we have. And with the full moon in Leo, as loyal and loving as Leos can be, and they're led by their heart, a lot of the times they have to be blunt. So I feel like if people have been a little rough with you lately, kind of just verbally in the way that they're not really protecting your feelings and you're feeling kind of sensitive about it, it would be a good time to step into your own power and be very clear about what your boundaries are and what it is that you want. It does not have to be rude to be assertive. So if you want to take some of that fire Leo energy and assert yourself into moving forward along this journey, accepting your power and where that's going to take you. All right, so one fell out. Excuse me. Lovers. Ooh. The Hermit and Five of Swords. Okay. All right. So 2 majors out of the 3 we dropped. So that's pretty important. We have the Hermit, which is spiritual number 9. And he is shedding some light on a situation, going within to figure out what the best course of action is. I don't know why that's doing that. Sorry. And listening to his guides and figuring out what his best course of action is. He's going to be setting out on a new path. He just wants to do it carefully with as much information as possible from maybe incidents and lessons that he ran into in the past. He doesn't want to make the same mistakes. He doesn't want to trust the same people. Kind of feels like, okay, I've been there, done that. I'm on to something new. So I'm going to go within and figure out the blueprint of what I really want and what I really need when I go out there into the world and by my vibration in the next new moon and deciding what my intention is going to be. Because there's a lot of conflict coming in with the 5 of Swords, where you deal with an inner conflict a lot of the times. But if you look, he has most of them. He's collected them from his enemies. And he's got his sword up in the air in a victory. So I feel like this conflict, ultimately what you decide to do, how you decide to come out of this stalemate, will be victorious. And I feel like that's because you have some new inspiration happening here. It looks like the Lover's card. So that could be a union of, sometimes it could be the union of self in just a loving way, but this looks way more passionate than that. So I would say this would be a union. This would be someone who sparks that passion in you and maybe lights that fire under your butt to get moving out of your stalemate. Even though it is bittersweet, you see what else is out there. You see what else could be possible. And you want to move towards that. But a lot of what's going to stand in your way here is being overly sentimental and not trusting yourself coming out of conflict. So maybe a couple of the things you can leave behind in this full moon energy is doubt. And fear is just a roundabout. Every woman should leave fear behind, right? I have anxiety, so I can say that a lot. But ultimately, it's leaving doubt behind and leaving boredom, because essentially you've been sitting in this too long. Stalemates are boring for everyone. I don't care how comfortable you can be as the Hermit sometimes. You eventually have to move along. So I feel like the things that you're leaving behind will be nothing to the new passion coming in with the Lovers, with the Page of Wands, going on a journey and figuring out how powerful you are as a magician as you look in the mirror. And a lot of times our relationships are a great mirror to the soul for that introspection, to see things about yourself that either need to come up to be healed or could be great, and maybe you just haven't had the confidence to move forward. And I see that changing. I see a lot of confidence coming after this full moon of what you release and what you're about to step into. I feel like you're going to be stepping into your power, and I feel like it has to do with a lot of inspiration in your soul, probably triggered by either a deep soul connection love or maybe a little crush. Either way, it's working, so keep moving in that direction. So have a happy moon cycle. I hope that it promotes healing and not heaviness. And if you wanted to book a personal reading, you can head over to inspiredchiradio.com and send an email. Or if you wanted to check out, we're doing a 8-episode series on Voice America. We have aired 5 so far. They're all available on podcast. All will also be on the site, inspiredchiradio.com. Thank you for participating. Have a good night.